Our third tactical session is going to focus on aggressiveness. And when I talk about aggressiveness, I just really mean body contact, right? I want players to understand that soccer is a physical sport and that we can be aggressive but controlled, and we can use our bodies to help us win the ball without, in a lot of cases, ever even touching the ball. So this is going to be a four different skills with rotation. So we will rotate, same like, up here, go here, go here, and then go here on our rotations. And you'll spend about 4 minutes on each of these activities. So the first activity is a two-parter. Can be done. No ball is needed initially. You basically have players line up side by side and engage their shoulders, and the idea is that they're going to do shoulder tackling, which means they're going to run side by side, shoulder to shoulder, not lifting their arm, not putting their hand out, and they're basically going to feel the pressure and get leverage on each other as they move towards their target cone. The goal is then right at the last second for them to really give it all they got and see if one player can touch this cone with their foot before the other player, basically indicating they're winning the ball. You can mix up your group, so you can run this multiple people at the same time, but then have them mix uppy with each other so they feel different sized players. So smaller players going against the larger and vice versa, or more even. Then you can add the ball in. So once the ball comes in, it's the exact same activity, but now the ball is here, and the player must not only touch the ball, but try to win the ball and dribble away. So they're winning and then they're dribbling away. So that's the two variations. So spend 2 minutes here, 2 minutes here. The shielding activity, you'll have multiple people in this group. I'm just showing two, but there'll be multiple people. So one player uses their body, and they need to be basically, they're never trying to touch the ball. The player does shielding, using their body to shield. Player two is trying to move both left and right and find a way past player one to touch the ball. And player one is trying to shield for 10 seconds. Once that time's up, they would reverse. So these two players would reverse, and they would do it again. And then they would find a new person to shield against. Different sizes, different skills, mix it up. In the third activity, player one, there'll be a square, and player one will bounce the ball into player two. So we'll basically do a little throw into player two. Player one is being shielded by player two. The difference now is that then player one has to run and go either direction around the outside of these cones and get to the opposite side of the box area. Player two is, this player is trying to win the ball. Player two is trying to shield them off and get their body turned around and make a pass to player one going out the backside. So the run around is, instead of the 10-second spin here, just defending without touching the ball. Now player two is touching the ball but trying to delay until the player gets into a position to receive the pass. And then the final one, basically I'd run this with one coach, two lines. Coach is going to kick the ball out, and then it's who can get to the ball first. These players are both running towards the ball. Who can get to the ball first, win the ball, and then pass the ball back to the coach. So they're going to utilize a couple of the different skills. So it doesn't matter where they start, they're going to get all the skills they need as they rotate around through this activity.